Hi friends, this is Dr. Sangeeta. I would like to welcome to my channel Techie Sang. If you find the videos very informative, kindly subscribe my channel. I would like to discuss about the principles of timers and counters in this video.
Timers in embedded system, a detailed overview. What are the timers and counters? What a hardware or software component that measures the passage of time. If it is counter, it counts the events. It counts the events that occurs in hardware or software component. The passage of time is timer, and the event that occurs in software or hardware that needs to be counted, that we will call it as counter. Now, both will come with close end, timer and counter. The fundamental role in embedded system for time-based operation and event tracking, these things are used. Importance in embedded system, that is real-time operation and control, event scheduling and synchronization, measurement of time controls and frequencies, generation of periodic signals, input capture, and output compare functionalities. The overview of topics covered is basic principles of timers and counters, different types of timers and hardware, counter hardware, key features and functionalities, software consideration for timer counter usage, and its application in various embedded systems. The basic principles of timers. So for timers, the basic thing is that you have to generate the clock. For generating the clock, it may be internal or it may be external. You can also use internal oscillators, RC or crystal oscillator, you can use it internally, or externally, you can use clock sources, clock frequency, and its impact on resolution. If you want to divide the frequency, because the crystal generates the constant frequency, but if you want to divide the frequency, then you have to go for prescaler. So the timing range at the cost of resolution. It increases the timing range at the cost of resolution, but increases the resolution. The basic formula here is timer clock frequency equal to system clock frequency divided by prescaler. So clock source feeding into prescaler and then to the timer counter. Counter register, the register that increments with each clock pulse after prescaling. The bit width of the counter register and its effect on maximum count value, and also overflow period. A simple example is 8-bit counter. It counts from 0 to, the initial value will be 0, 0, 0, 0. From 0, it moves to the value 255. That is 8-bit register it has. All 8 bits will be 0. From that, it moves to all ones. That is 255. This is what it happens in case of clock source. The simple thing what happens in case if the register reaches the maximum value is that a overflow flag or interrupt flag will be generated. Okay. So the overflow period, how it will be calculated is that the maximum count plus 1 divided by timer clock frequency. Okay. So again and again, it repeats from minimum value to the maximum value. That is what it happens. That is why when overflow occurs, immediately it goes to the minimal value. So upcounting from 0 to maximum value and then down counting it does from maximum set value to 0, up and down counting, the count to a limit and then down. Vice versa, we can do it with up down counting. Basic principles of counter. Basic principles of counter. Event source, when external digital inputs, when you pass the data from sensors or other any peripheral devices, in that case, you have to go for event source. And we can also decide the data, we can take the data, input the data according to edges, either counting on rising edge, or we can count on falling edge, or both edges of the input signal. Both we can do. And configurable edge sensitivity. Both edges, depending on rising edge, falling edge, or both edges we can do. So counter register, it is similar to that of timers. It stores the number of events counted, the bit width, and also maximum count. So it stores number of counts, that is number of events that occur, that will be counted. And that will be stored in the count register. Overflow, it is similar to that of timers. Whatever that happens in timer, it is similar to that of similar thing happens in count also, counter also. Okay, generating flag.
Thank you, friends.